Oh my god, I look rough.
Hi guys.
Yeah. Hi guys, just thought we'd just say we are in a beautiful place today. What's it called again? Farleigh Hungerford. And we're very posh grounds.
Posh grounds, but don't say too much about your destination, obviously. And we've got our new hats on.
We've got our new-news on, look. Isn't that ace? Trouble is, my head's not big enough. See this big floppy bit at the top. But you look at yours. Yeah. Oh, yours isn't too. Oh, you got your floppy bit at the back.
Yeah, I put mine down the back like that.
She keeps trying to rearrange my hat. I got Jasper with me today. My cat pendant. Bring us some luck.
Quite a few people here.
Beautiful morning, isn't it?
Again.
Icy, but icy underfoot.
Very.
But the sun has just come out, and it is.
Yeah, it's not feeling too cold at the moment.
No, I'm not too bad. We've got our hand warmers on, but yeah. So here's to a good day.
Yeah, we'll no doubt fill you in a bit later.
Toodle pips.
Bye.
Right, first hole. First hole in this lovely surroundings we've got today. Beautiful morning. Sun's out. It's very cold, but sun's out, so it should warm up in a mo. Now, I don't know how many signals I've got going on here, but I just spent all that time doing that, and I got a shotgun cartridge. Not exactly exciting, is it? They give such a good signal. Oh, never mind. Hopefully the second hole will be better. Right, second hole. I was beginning to think that it's going to be all cartridges and things like that, but I've just found a little button. Just one of the normal plain sugar. No. Normal plain ones, I think. Just looks like one of those just ordinary, the ones we find all the time, you know. But at least it shows there was life here and not just murderers. Pellets. It might be something nice when we clean it up, but it's so difficult to see when it's muddy. But good, you know, at least we've actually started finding stuff. So nice things, I mean, rather than just waste. Fab. I'm getting lots of signals, but holes to nowhere, if you know what I mean. So it's one of them fields full of iron. But holding out a lot of hope. Last week they actually found a Saxon hoard on one of the other permissions, but still in Wiltshire. So everyone's eager now to see if they're going to find anything lovely like that. The archaeologists are there as we speak. So I just got this. Now, I think it's one of those things that once you clear it up, it will be something lovely. I mean, it could be part of a fibula or something like that. You can tell, I mean, I've only dug, it's been my third hole, and I am plastered. And Percy, bless him, he's absolutely caked. Yeah, so I think it's one of those things that once we clean it up, it might be something nice. So I'm going to put that in my special pocket. Yeah, poor Percy. Look, bless him. I think he's going to be working hard today, that's for sure. So while I can open my zip, I'm going to try. Just extra security, you know. These are quite handy actually. You know the bags that you get sort of stuff online in? They're a little bit better than a normal bag, and you can do that with it, so it's nice and safe. There you go, that's your tip for the day. Right, so I've asked the angels, St. Anthony, please help me to find something nice today. St. Anthony, please help me to find something that somebody's loved and lost. Hopefully an artefact or some artefacts, coins, buckles, buttons, you name it, any help appreciated. There we go. That's our mantra for today. Let's just hope that they're listening. Right, I'll keep digging. And I've just got this tiny little piece. We get a lot of these funny little bits, and they're obviously part of something. I thought for a minute it might be silver, but it looks like there might even be a pattern on there. I don't know if you can see that. I'll put it in my special pocket anyway. Gave off a lovely signal, whatever it is.
Okay guys, it's the 25th of January 2025. We're up near Bath in a beautiful, beautiful setting. And I've been digging all morning and found a couple buttons. Very, very wet where I was digging, but a gold half crown has come up. A couple hammers, a croton bell, which I'm really disappointed in because that's what I've been looking for. Anyway, I decided that I would just touch on this one, although I don't think it's of any significance. I think it's just a bit of a rubbishy piece of metal. Came up under a 15. So anyway, like I said, absolutely stunning area. And I'll be in touch again. Bye.
Right, well, I haven't come very far. God, it's full of really good signals, and when you dig down, it's nothing, hardly. But this is another little bit of weird stuff. It's so mucky, you know, you can't see nothing. But it almost looks like it's twisted, but it could be that was intentional. So it's quite exciting when you get things like this, because you don't know until you wash it off. You know, Jane's had a few things where she's just literally taken the whole clump of mud and put it in her bag because she couldn't see what she was doing, and then she gets it home and it's something really nice. So always put it in your special pocket, and then, you know, you can look at it later and go, oh, so glad I did that. Hey. Right, so I've just come into this field now. Pardon the wind. Beautiful. Look at this place. Wow. Oh, I wish I'd carried on buying and selling properties. Oh, could have had something like that. Lovely. That would be my ambition, actually, is to have a place like that, have barns and stuff like that, so my mum can live there and my son could live there, and we'd all look after each other. Wouldn't that be nice? Lovely. Is it taping? Yeah, it is. Right, so I've just come out of, I've just come onto this one because someone found a gold coin in here just a minute ago. So no pressure, Debs. And I just found my first bit of copper. So my dad would be happy because, oh, sugar. It go in the copper pile at scrap merchants. Every little helps. Yeah, I love copper because it goes the most beautiful green and blue. It's almost iridescent. It's lovely. I bet you could make some nice jewellery out of that, you know. I know people go, oh, it's a bit of crud. But you could make, because of the colours in it, you know, the patina is just beautiful. Lovely. Right, gold coin, here we come. Well, next hole on. What did you think I thought when I saw that? Look at that. I thought, yeah, it was banging. Nearly took my ears off. It's a flipping bottle top. Oh, what a shame. Never mind. You've got to take the rubbish out before you find the good stuff. But I don't think there's much good stuff here. Oh, I had a deposit on it. I wonder if I get my deposit back now. Right, next hole on. After that weird bit of something. Spanner! You know you need a spanner on a Sunday morning. There you go. And you know what? That wasn't as banging a signal as I usually get. I'm getting some weird signals today. I don't know what to dig and what I don't want to dig today. It's really weird. But that usually would come up like take your ears off, you know. But at least it's something practical, so I can give that to my husband. He'll probably use that. And say I don't ever give him nothing. Right, not getting a great deal out of these fields so far. I've got a button and a cartridge, but it's got a nice big bullet. There's E for a big in. Murderers. Yeah, they give such a good signal because of course this is like brass. I'm trying to keep the wind from me. What a shame. I hope we get more interesting things than this. Oh. And here we have it. The good old-fashioned moo tube. Where's my thing on, buddy? Hang on. The camera's all muddy. Bear with. Better? Yeah. Yep, we have a moo tube. A dig is not the same without a moo tube. There you go. Usually get one on every outing.
Well, guys, all I've been digging up most of the afternoon, and I'm now in the third field, is loads of pellets or cartridge tops. So I haven't bothered to film them because I knew pretty well what it was going to be. This was a banging 43. Unfortunately, not silver, I'm sure. But as you can see, we have a garden. No, a fork. Little fancy one, actually, but I'm positive it's stainless steel. But at least it's better than pellets. Like I said, about an hour to go before we leave. I'm in the last field, poodling around, and we'll see what we can find. Okay, guys, bye.
Right, another couple of steps further, and I got another funny little thing. Not sure what it is. I reckon by the end of the day I'll have lots of little things and I'll put them all together and make a priceless artefact. What do you reckon? Probably not. But how exciting, see? You know it's something, you know it's not just rubbish, as in, you know, it doesn't feel like just crud. But you feel like it could be something nice, so put it in my special pocket, because I've got no chance of finding out what it is in this weather. In this mud, I mean. Could turn out to be rubbish, of course, but you never know. Onwards.
Hi guys. Next hoe on a 55, very faint signal, and I had to dig down very deep, looking up through the field. Deb's right, hang on, sorry, a bit wobbly. You can just about see Deb's bending over now. We won't go there, but anyway, yeah, on a very faint 55, quite deep. And here we have a little halfpenny, I would think. I'm not going to rub it at the moment. Going to let it dry out. I wouldn't have said it's necessarily that old, but who knows. But definitely I would say the size of a halfpenny. But when I do my show and tell, I might be able to give you a bit more information later. Bye for now.
Right, well this is a first for me. I have just got this. Now, it almost looks like a playing piece. It's flat on the bottom. I'm trying to work out if it's lead or not. I'm not sure. Maybe brass. It's got like a little head on it, look. Very unusual. I mean, I'd like to think it's one of those weights. You know, the weights that people used to use years ago for weighing out things. Obviously, that's why they're called weights. Almost look like little Daleks. Yeah, I've never had one of these before. Be nice to clean that up. I reckon it might even be a bit ornate or something. Yeah, a bit different, isn't it? Lovely signal. Fabulous. Ace.
Okay guys, still on the 25th of January in my last field, working my way back to the car. This was a 5961. All of them have been deep. Looks to me, it is a coin, not a button. Not sure what it is. Probably a farthing, I think. Let it dry out. Okay, bye guys. Bye for now.
Right. Okay. So far I've got a button, loads of ammunition of some description or another, and sorry, it's just being nosy. I don't know how it was, but it just stopped to be nosy. Ace. Yeah, and I just got half a horseshoe, but my golly, is that a big one? I know it's only like 2/3 of it, or half of it, but goodness me, look at the size of that. We always like to get horseshoes, because obviously they tell a story. Could be a boomerang, of course. No, I think it's, yeah, it's a horseshoe, you can tell. Lovely. I'm hoping Jane's going to come back for a cup of tea because I'm getting thirsty. Yeah, smashing. Right, well, just at the top of this lovely field. And, you know, I found a half a horseshoe just up there a little tiny bit. And then I just found a whole one. What a beaut. Not as big as the other one, but what a lovely one. People pay a lot of money for these, so don't just chuck them away, because go on YouTube and there's loads of them, and some of them go for silly money. So, yeah, people are starting to appreciate old things, which is lovely. Next hole on, and I've just found, I think it's part of a buckle. I know it's round and you think, oh, it's just a bit of a tractor, but I think it comes from a buckle because of the shape of it. Sort of as if it's meant to be that shape. Hasn't got the end with it, but it's like brass. You can sort of tell if it's brass or copper. Yeah, I like things like rings and that. They can be all sorts of things. So yeah, fab. Well, finally. Finally. I've dug a hole with a good signal again, because a lot of the signals I've been getting have been brilliant, and they could turn out to be really nice things, couldn't they? But I've just done this hole, and I got a coin. Not to Scooby what it is. Please make it be a coin, not just a button. Oh, hang on. I can't even see if it has got a back to it. I thought I dropped it then, but it's so muddy it's just stuck to my glove. Oh, I'm hoping it's not just a button. And it's impossible to see what it is, but oh, at last, something nice. Just like there's a board around it. But all I can see, really. Oh, I love it when you find things like this, because then you don't know what it is, and it's so exciting when it dries off. Wait for it to dry off, then gently brush it, and then when it's truly dried out, get just your ordinary oil off your hands and just gently rub it, and you'll be amazed, it just comes to life. It's such an exciting process. So all that's going in my special pocket, except I've left it back at the car. So I'm going to have to stick it in with the rest of it, which is a bit unfortunate, but I've got nowhere else to put it. Oh, actually, I've never got another one in my thing. Anyway, so brilliant. That's spurred me on now, because I was thinking everyone else has disappeared. Like, they've all gone sort of like over yonder, and I'm thinking, I bet people are laughing at me, going, oh, Debs is here again. She spends 3 hours just trying to get from the gate to the middle of the field, which is true. I do. But if I get a good signal, I've got to dig it. I just cannot walk over it, and I'm not lucky enough to be able to have a machine that sort of says to you, this is worth digging or this isn't worth digging. So I've got to do it by tone alone. But the trouble is, you know, aluminium gives you a cracking tone, the same as a coin would, you know. So you've got to dig it because you think it could be a coin or a really nice button or something like that. So I've just got to dig it. And some people just do a certain area, and then if they think, oh, there's nothing here, they'll go somewhere else. Whereas I think, well, you don't know where that coin spill is. You don't know where that hoard is. You don't know where that button was dropped. It could be anywhere, you know, and you could be on the edge of something like a marketplace, old marketplace or something, in which case that's a good place for coins, isn't it? Because people drop them. So yeah, well, chuff with that. Spurred me on. There's a lot of aeroplanes going over today as well. What a beautiful day it's turning out to be. Oh, lovely. Right, I've been getting nothing but bullets, cartridges, more bullets. I think I've had every type of bullet. I've had cartridges, I've had shotguns, smaller ones, and I've had like big ones, like the big one I should. And apart from that, that's all I've pretty much had. And I've just been underneath all those brambles. Got myself ripped all over the place just to get that, you know. But I wanted to get something a bit different. It's probably very old anyway. Somebody's just found a beautiful crotal bell. I would love to find one. I know Jane wants to find one too. They are beautiful, like brass bells that used to go around the necks of the animals so the farmer knew where they were. And he's just found one about 10 yards away from me. Yeah, so there is hope that there might be some good things, but at the moment I'm not really getting much. So I'm going to make my way over through the next field. Oh, I'm on my own now. I'm on my own now. I was going to go for a wee in there. It looks like it's going to fall down any minute. Needs must. Right, so I've just come over to a different field where they found the gold. I'm trying to keep out the wind. Beautiful spot here, look at that. Lovely. Right, and I've just dug this one and I got a lovely button. I know it's only plain, but considering that so far all I found is aluminium and shotgun pellets, still got the intact little thing at the back for the thread. So that's a lovely, and it's got a nice rim round it. So it's not totally plain, but it's plain on the front. Oops. I don't know what era they started putting rims on. I'll have to look that up. To me it looks like a 1700s one, but it could just be a military one. I'll have to look into it because we do sometimes get ones with rims around them. Yeah, so lovely. Hopefully I'll find a few more nice little things.
Hi guys, this is my show and tell from the 25th of January. Not a lot. This was from Farleigh Hungerford. The actual shoe, when I looked it up, I thought it was ox shoe, but I suppose it's similar. They're saying it's an old cow shoe. Who knows? Obviously a modern fork. That's obviously come off a cow called, can't quite read it. Couple bits of lead, a new penny, button. That's the new penny, sorry, button, 2 buttons. And then the saving grace was an 1874 Victoria penny. Like I said, half penny actually. Like I said, not a lot of good stuff there, but it's one of those things and we can't always have good days. Bye for now.
Right, so this is my show and tell. Another lovely day. Now this is very similar to what we found on John's fields, and I think they're the middle of a shield boss. If you remember, Jane found one that was more intact than this, and I found like a baby one with both the same pattern on it. Nice weight on it, but it's got like a nipple in the middle and a pattern going around the outside, so I think that's lovely. Really interesting. Not sure what this is. It's hollow. I think it must be brass from the weight of it. No idea. This is intriguing. Look at that. That's ace. I don't know what the top's made of. I don't know. I think it's brass at the bottom, but the top bit is like, I don't know if it's wood or what, but what an unusual, almost looks like a playing piece. You know, when you got like Ludo or whatever, it's like a bit like a playing piece. Lovely little button. Loads of crap. I got a coin button. Fortunately, it's well fried. Probably just a 2p or something, but oh, what a shame. It's a shame. I was trying to focus it. Yeah, can't see much on there at all, unfortunately. Yeah, so not much more, I'm afraid. Oh, this little bit of metal. I thought this had a pattern on it, but it's so difficult because sometimes when things start corroding, they actually take on patterns and stuff. So it's really hard to work it out. What's that? That was nothing really. Yeah. All in all, not a terribly good day, but not a bad day either. So yeah, fab.